for a weekend getaway from the bustle of the city, a trip to the beach, a taste of culture, a wildlife experience, or an exciting adventure? Well, it turns out you can do all that and more right here in Abu Dhabi at Sir Bani Island. 2.5 hours drive from Abu Dhabi City, a weekend on the island begins with a short ferry ride from the mainland at Sir Bani Jetty. Sir Bani Island was originally developed as a wildlife reserve in 1971 by the founder of the UAE, the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. The aim was, and is, to ensure the survival of Arabia's endangered species. The island is now home to more than 30 species of over 10,000 free-roaming animals. It's not just the animals we're here to see, though. We've opted to start the weekend off with an afternoon wadi walk to sample some of the island's geological wonders. So Ted, what are we looking at further up ahead?
Alright, this is the start of the wadi at the moment. You can see the sandstone already around us here. This is from all the sandstorms and shamals that we have over the years. The sand is deposited on the island and it actually collects over here. So that compacts over the years and becomes sandstone.
Oh,
so this is all sandstone.
Why are there so many different colors? I mean, right from here I can see it's yellow, it's red.
Okay, the entire wadi was formed by a salt pillar. In a normal mountain of maybe this depth, alright, you only see one layer of, let's say, sandstone.
Right.
Alright. However, because the salt pushed up from the core, it's gone through all the different layers. And because it's salt, it's mixed it all up. If you look at the bits and pieces of salt, you can see little crystallized salt like that. If you look all around here, all the shining is actually salt.
Can I keep this?
You can keep this off. Eat it if you want.
No, really?
See? Yeah, it's salt. Okay. Well, the area we're walking into now is sort of what we call Hyena Alley.
Hyena Alley?
It's the only reason we call that is because there's a lot of carcasses here.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is gazelle. You can see it's heading in that direction because of the sharp point heading in that way.
Right.
But this is the hyena footprint here. The larger paw is the front paw and the smaller paw is the hind paw.
Okay, well that might explain the bones that we found there. As we venture further inland, we begin to realize why Sheikh Zayed himself fell in love with this place. We climb into a collection of Technicolor mountains which are made up of a combination of 6 or 7 different types of rock, from gypsum to sulfur, copper and limestone.
These are pieces of hematite.
Right.
Right, you can actually feel the density, and there's a nice shiny piece as well. This is the first time we've come across a limestone.
Right. So we're talking about this white
stuff.
Yeah, okay.
This one here. Right, now this is what you generally find your caves, your stalactites, stalagmites are formed in this. And to show you that, I'm just going to use a bit of water here. It immediately runs away and becomes like a paste. And that's why your caves and things form as it drips.
And it has
and
massive
it starts
formations.
forming those formations.
Oh. Hey, look at this. It's pretty smooth.
Okay, it's quite smooth. You notice the layers over there. Each layer. This is slate. Okay.
So I've got my salt, I've got my hematite.
Yeah.
Think I can carry that along with me?
I don't think so.
No, maybe not. Let's
I think we'll leave that one behind for other people, yeah?
There we go.
Cool. All right. So the area we're coming in now is actually a bit of a basin. What happens is when the water comes down, it doesn't go out the other end of the wadi. It actually collects here. But obviously the rain is very short-lived, so the water is only short-lived. Right. It comes down and into the wadis here. Now the water's just finished evaporating. You also notice that obviously
it's so slushy.
It is clay. It is clay.
Oh, is it? It's incredible how many different...
What, you slip?
Okay, this is a lot more... Sorry, I didn't mean I didn't mean to drag you down with me. Whoa! Okay.
You can see a few other people have had a good slip and slide here as well. Almost like walking on ice.
What? Okay. Never mind. This is going to be a nightmare to clean. Alright, that does it. I'm not walking on this. Get me out of here.
So this is salt again, and this is a lot tastier. This you can actually eat.
Really?
This won't taste very groundy. This will taste extremely salty.
That is proper salt.
And this is exactly like the salt pan.
Yeah, not like the other one I tasted. That tastes like dirt. Sir Bani Island has a long history of human inhabitation, starting way back during the Bronze Age. To date, some 36 archaeological sites have been found on the island. with some of the oldest remains dating back to 600 AD, like this pre-Islamic Christian monastery, which is the UAE's only known Christian archaeological site. The monastery is thought to have homed 30 to 40 monks. With our shadows growing long and our appetite for history temporarily sated, we decided to find a shelter of our own. To make a weekend off it, you'll need a place to stay. The Desert Islands Resort and Spa by Anantara provides a luxurious blend of rustic interiors, stunning views, and fine dining. It all helps round up an exciting day of exploration. The five-star resort has luxury rooms, suites, beach villas, a lavish spa, and a choice of 3 dining experiences to wrap up the day. Waking before dawn is rarely easy, but it's the best way to see the morning feeding on a guided nature and wildlife drive. The Arabian Wildlife Park is being developed to provide an authentic environment for animals to freely roam while providing an exceptional experience for visitors. Wildlife comes first on Sir Banias Island, and staff follow strict codes of conduct in order to preserve the island. It's so funny they're all so quiet. The park covers over 50% of the island. Everywhere you look, you'll see herds of gazelle and many animals that the International Union for Conservation of Nature classifies as critically endangered or vulnerable to the wild, including Barbary sheep and the most iconic animal species in the park, the critically endangered Arabian oryx. This unique indigenous animal has been classified as extinct in the wild since the 1960s. Today, Sir Banias is home to a herd of over 500. The Arabian Wildlife Park has recently introduced predators in the 3rd phase of its conservation efforts. So if you're lucky, you might spot a hyena or a cheetah, but you're almost certain to stumble upon their leftovers. The park is also home to several non-indigenous species. So right behind me is a male giraffe. It's one of about 50 giraffes that you can find on the island, and they love feeding on acacia trees. The nature drive is something to remember and talk about forever. But after all that time in the safari truck, it's time to get some exercise.
Grabbing this?
Yep, that's it.
Ooh, stone, stone, stone. Slower, slower. Ow, ow. If you're into water sports, the island has plenty to offer. Sailing, snorkeling, diving, but kayaking is the best way to get a closer look at the many mangroves laced throughout the island. Sir Banias Stables offers horseback riding lessons and guided tours to hidden parts of the island inaccessible by car. As the sun sets on Sir Banias Island, the Desert Island Resort and Spa is a perfect place to unwind and just trade stories about adventure, natural wonder, and an amazing weekend not that far from home.